You better watch out, cause we're not holding back. Oh, we're ready for the next match. Let's go, 3, 2, 1, tap, don't look now. Here comes Wing Attack, here comes Wing Attack.
Hey everyone, we are back with week 2 highlights here of our battles against Team B.T.W. Last week we had a 12-9 win over Madison Miltanks, and our opponent beat Team Harmony 15-6. Let's get straight into the battles. It was a really good week. First up, Great League, we have Ben against Fighting Gobbler here. Pelipper lead into a Stunfisk. They swap right away into a Venusaur. Ben stays in here, just chipping it down with these wing attacks. Let it throw the Frenzy Plant. He swaps into his Abomasnow. Shields up the Sludge Bomb. Keeps charging up to 2 Weather Balls. And throws. Gets a shield. And is able to farm down. In comes Stunfisk. Throws the first Weather Ball here. Has plenty of energy to start chipping away at it. Gets another one off. Is going to let this Rock Slide through and survives. And is charging up to Energy Ball here. From this range it should KO if they don't shield, and they don't. And it's a Lantern in the back. Trying to get to that Energy Ball before he gets farmed down. He does. Gets the last shield. Swaps into his Stunfisk. Shields to protect from a potential Hydro Pump, but it's a Thunderbolt. Gets to the Earthquake to knock out the Lantern, and that is a good game. Nice job by Ben. He was able to get us this 1 point against our opponent in Open Great League. We're going to jump into Ultra League here, where I was battling Blind Flip. Losing the lead here, Umbreon into Machamp, really bad. Going into Swampert, they swap into their Umbreon, load up on Hydro Cannons here, and just start chipping away as much as I can. Let the first foul play through. Keep charging up to a Hydro Cannon there. Shield up. Looks like I lost CMP to Umbreon, which I don't think Swampert loses CMP, but still able to get that Hydro Cannon off. Get to another one here. See if I can get a shield or not. They don't shield. See if I can beat them to another move, and I do. And they're gonna come in and farm with Machamp. But Swampert's able to get to another Hydro Cannon to force a shield here. But this Machamp has a lot of energy, and I'm not feeling very good with either matchup, but I go in with Talonflame. My only win condition here is that he baits a Cross Chop, and I call that bait. Beautiful. Shield up here just in case he does have that Rock Slide. It is a Rock Slide. Swaps in Gengar, and I have Umbreon, and I'm farming here, letting him throw as much energy as possible at me. Gets a Shadow Ball off. Lose CMP here. A Shadow Punch. Undercharge this move to get some extra energy. Don't KO. Get 2 more moves in. Throw the Last Resort here. Try to get to that last one. Yep. And this Last Resort should KO, and it does, and that's a GG. I'm able to get 2 points in Open Ultra League against Blind Flip. Going to hop on over to Master League here. Shelmek against Papa Rec. This is game 3. It's been tied 1-1. Leads Mewtwo into Togekiss, swaps into his Gyarados, and gets matched by the opposing Gyarados. They're able to sneak in a waterfall there when he throws the crunch. He goes unshielded, keeps throwing those waterfalls, sneaks in that other waterfall, is back up ahead of energy, It's an Aqua Tail, calls the bait on that. Gets another waterfall through. Another Aqua Tail bait called. Gets to the crunch. And knocks out the Gyarados. Come back with the Togekiss. Gonna bring in the Mewtwo here. Get to a Side Strike, force a shield. Gets the shield. They get to a move here. Shields up. It's an aerial ace. They bring in their Excadrill, and Chris has his Swampert in the back waiting for it. Lets the first drill run through. Builds up here to get to the Hydro Cannon. Gets this last shield. Loses CMP. Has to shield here to get this Hydro Cannon off. Should KO. And hopefully he can get to another Hydro Cannon before he gets chunked down to chunk it down. He does. Switch timer's almost up. He can go over to his Mewtwo, his one cycle cut away from Side Strike, and that is a good game to knock out the Togekiss. Chris is able to get us 2 points in Open Master League against Papa Wreck. Going to hop on over to the Field Specialist with the Floating City meta, and we have Krista Dude against Miami Doc. Mantine leading against a Drift Blim here, staying in. Gonna let this Icy Wind through. Goes with the Bubble Beam bait. Gets a shield. Shields up a potential Shadow Ball. Yep, it's a Shadow Ball. Shield gets to the Ice Beam here. Goes no shield. Loses CMP here. He's gonna let this through. It's probably a Shadow Ball. It is. And he barely survives. Gets to the Bubble Beam here. Gets the second shield and is up a shield here. Going to go in with his Vigoroth. Counter down that Drift Blim. They come in with Swampert. Charges up to Body Slam and a half. Gets the Body Slam off. Gets another counter in and pulls off a great catch here to get this Hydro Cannon onto his Pharaoh. They swap into their Stunfisk, and this is pretty much game over. They went double ground comp with this Ferrothorn here, able to sweep out the Stunfisk and the Swampert here. They don't even throw a move at the Pharaoh with the Stunfisk. And gets to this before they can get to a move as well. And that is a good game. Krista Dude is able to get us 2 points in Field Specialist 1 slot here. Going to hop on over to Field Specialist 2. This is game 3 with where Riblets lost the first 2, trying to salvage a point here. Swapping in his Vigoroth into the Ferrothorn. They bring in a Mandibuzz. Gets to a Body Slam here. Mandibuzz just lets everything go. Another Body Slam. Gonna go ahead and let this through. Has the Stunfisk in the back to start farming up energy. Goes no shield on the foul play. Keeps going all the way up to 100 energy. The Mandibuzz gets to another move here. Throws a move. Knocks out the Mandibuzz. They come back in with the Pharaoh. He hot swaps back into Mantine. Goes into the Ferrothorn. Gets a Power Whip here. He's going to go ahead and throw an Ice Beam. Goes unshielded. Loses CMP here, has to shield up. Is down 2 shields here with Mantine left against the Vigoroth in the back. And is unable to knock it out with the bubble beam, but is able to farm it down. So starts throwing these bubble beams at the Vigoroth. The Vigoroth has 2 shields. Just start throwing bubble beams and get this Vigoroth as low as possible. More bubble beams. Another debuff here. The Vigoroth gets to a body slam again. Doesn't knock it out. Another bubble beam here. Gets the shield. Goes into a Stunfisk. And gets to the second shield here with the Mud Bomb. And the timer starts counting down. Body Slam does not KO, and it's a timeout win for Ryblet. Able to save us 1 point here against our Nulfons in Field Specialist 2 slot. Heading over to Field Specialist 3, Winston the Champ here against Burn Them All. Positive lead with Pharaoh against Mantine. Powers up to a Thunder and throws the Power Whip. Goes unshielded. Gonna no shield the Ice Beam. Keeps going up to the Thunder before he throws the Power Whip. Gets the shield. Goes unshielded on the Ice Beam. They swap in the Vigoroth. He's able to get to a Power Whip here before he gets countered down. Takes out a nice chunk of the Vigoroth. Comes in with his own Mantine. Gonna let these body slams through. Goes Bubble Beam. Goes unshielded. And is able to farm it down. Let's see what is in the back here. They bring in the Stunfisk, gets to the Ice Beam here, and this was a great call because Winston the Champ has Quagsire here in the back, and that is going to be able to get to an Earthquake here, knock out the Stunfisk. And it's a 2-1 shield advantage on his end, just needs to get to these stone edges. Gets the first shield. Respects the potential of an Ice Beam, so shield up. It's just a Bubble Beam. And shields up again, just in case. Even a double debuff Stone Edge should be enough to KO here. And it is enough. So Winston the Champ gets us 2 points against Burn Them All in the Field Specialist 3 spot here. Heading into the Field Specialist 4, we have Motiques against Wildcat Dad, and we only needed 1 point here to clinch the weekly victory. I apologize for the weird looking recording here, but this is all we had to work with. He had led a Pharaoh into a Drifblim, let the Drifblim throw some energy before he swaps into his own Drifblim here, is able to get to an Icy Wind, and gets to a second Icy Wind here. Gets both shields out of that. Comes in with the Stunfisk. Lets the Icy Wind through, it's been debuffed. They come in with Swampert, goes back in with the Ferrothorn. Gets Hydro Cannon here, building up some energy, throws the Power Whip. Knocks out the Swampert, and it comes back in with the Drifblim. You have to start to wonder, is it a Ferrothorn in the back? It is. Panic throws the Power Whip as opposed to get into a Thunder, but that's okay here. The feed lags a little bit, but the strategy here was to ensure that the Pharaoh threw some energy at his Pharaoh. Is able to do that. Does not knock out the Pharaoh Thorn, comes back in with the Stun Fist. It's a race here, has to land 3 Mud Bombs before the Pharaoh can get to 3 Power Whips. Shields up. There's the second Mud Bomb. Goes with the second shield here and is able to get to that final Mud Bomb to knock out the Pharaoh and salvage a point here against Wildcat Dad and seal the victory here this week against Team B.T.W. It was a really good week, really tough opponents. A lot of respect goes out to Team B.T.W. in this 11-10 bout. Make sure to catch us next week when we battle E4 champions. It'll be some really good matches. Really excited. Cue the music.
You better watch out, cause we're not holding back. Oh, we're ready for the next match. Let's go, 3, 2, 1, tap, don't look now. Here comes Wing Attack, here comes Wing Attack.